Let's talk about the top lines of the governor's poll. We have a dead heat, just as we did in June, but some things have changed.
Yeah, it's a really tight race. I think people knew all along that this was going to be quite close. Currently, we've got Mike Michaud at 41%, Governor LePage at 39%, Elliott Cutler still in at 14%. Not too much change since June, but we're seeing it tighten up a little bit. Cutler's still in the race, still hurting Michaud. But the one thing that I think that's pretty fascinating about this is that back in June we asked people who they thought would win, and back then 43% thought that Michaud would win. Right now that's tied. 38% think LePage will win, 37% think that Michaud will win. So tight race, and the public feels that.
Yeah, and more people are paying attention too. So what does that say? I mean, if you know, again, it's tied between two people, the two leading candidates, who will win. What's going on out there, and why is the governor's support, his favorability and job approval ratings increasing and not decreasing?
Well, I think that's exactly what's going on. Is that the public now is getting into campaign season. I was driving up here, and the leaves are turning, so now we're getting into election season. People are really starting to pay attention, they're focusing. But Republicans have always pretty much known that they were going to vote for LePage. And LePage, now that he's campaigning, he's kind of fighting back against the criticisms that he's had. And I think that's helping him among independent voters. And he's doing pretty well among independent voters.
Right.
And I think that's what he's got to do. The other thing, though, that LePage really has to count on is Elliott Cutler staying in the race, because right now that is dividing Democrats. And if it was either a Michaud-LePage race, Michaud wins. If it was a Cutler-LePage race, Cutler wins. So this division within the Democratic Party is still what's keeping LePage in the race.
Yeah, the other interesting question on the who will win is that Cutler, still a very small number of people, percentage of people that were interviewed, think he can win, yet and his support has stayed pretty much the same as it was in June. Why isn't Michaud doing better?
Well, sometimes it comes down to voters really wanting to vote for the candidate regardless of whether they think they're going to win or not. So Cutler almost has the equivalent of a third-party candidate, a third party building up behind him. He ran well back in 2010, and I think you're having a lot of people that are voting specifically for Elliott Cutler regardless of whether they think he's going to win. And again, that hurts Michaud.
Sounds like the split vote scenario or the wasted vote scenario is still in play.
Yes, but someone's wasted vote might be someone's important ideological statement.
That's right. Well, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.